Hey folks, it's Natasha with DeSantis Watch. Time for the weekly update. In his quest to run for president, Ron DeSantis has been spending about 60% of his time in states other than Florida to talk about how he wants to make America Florida. Let's find out what that means. The Florida Board of Education approved Black history standards that teach middle school students that slavery, or human trafficking in order to violently steal the labor of victims and profit off of it, was beneficial to the enslaved. DeSantis' dangerous personal army is in turmoil, with actual military veterans quitting his Florida State Guard over militia-like training. One retired Marine Corps officer called the police on instructors alleging abuse. More awful new laws went into effect that will impact our health, like this environmental law. Florida wants to start taking mountains of waste material from phosphate mining to use in road construction. The hitch? It's mildly radioactive, and environmental groups say it poses a health risk. The last thing we need are laws that hurt the environment even more, especially with symptoms of the climate crisis being water temperatures reaching 100 degrees in the Florida Keys. Florida's now an inflation hotspot. Saw Florida inflation jump 9%, and the Tampa Bay area hit 7.3%. The national average, according to the Consumer Price Index, now stands at 4%. The state's property insurance crisis keeps getting worse, with farmers and AAA insurance companies not renewing policies in Florida. That's the fourth insurer over the last year backing away from Florida. Between extreme weather linked to climate change destabilizing the insurance market and one special session after another claiming to fix the problem and that not happening, not looking good down here. DeSantis responded to the insurance crisis saying, quote, "Knock on wood, we won't have a big storm this summer," end quote. But, hurricanes? Speaking of, thanks to another awful new law, we're facing a worker shortage, with workers abandoning essential industries like hospitality, agriculture, and construction. Who's going to rebuild after the next hurricane, with undocumented immigrants making up 11% of our workforce? And with conventions being canceled, jobs and business investment being lost, and red tide, toxic roads, and other environmental issues during the peak of vacation season, Florida is losing tourist money to other states. So, I say all this to say, if you want to stop Ron from making America Florida, join us at DeSantisWatch.org.